This is one of my favorite rebuild ideas I've ever had. Today, we are going to be rebuilding a 0 overall team with a maxed out 99 overall quarterback. Ignore the stamina. I forgot to change that. And of course, I had to make the 99 overall QB Geno Smith. But not only are we going to see how a 0 overall team would do with a maxed out 99 overall quarterback, we are going to try to rebuild this team around Geno Smith and see how good we could make it with the quarterback position already more than figured out. This is going to be very similar to the 0 overall team with Patrick Mahomes rebuild, but this is a little bit better than Patrick Mahomes, I would like to think. So this is going to be super fun. I am so excited to get into this. And I know I say this a lot, but I think this is going to be one of the most fun rebuilds I've ever done. But super quick before we get into this, the reason we are doing this is because we easily hit the like goal on the last 0 overall rebuild we did of 3,000. So apparently y'all wanted to see this. So I'm going to say once again, let's see if we can get to 3,500 likes on this video, which we hit on the last one. And I have another fun 0 overall rebuild planned. I actually have a ton of them. I'm going to have to decide which one I like best. So yeah, 3,500 likes and I will do that. This seems to be y'all's favorite series on the channel, so I should probably do it more. But yeah, be sure to leave a like if you want to see another one of these. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Trying to hit 60K by the end of the month. Thanks for 55K. Halfway there, I guess. But if you like rebuilds, that's literally all I do. So be sure to subscribe. And if you know anyone that might like the channel, be sure to share it with them. But last thing, let me see if this is a shout out. It might be hard to find a comment. Ooh, I see a 99 overall 0 overall defense suggestion. Let me know in the comments if you would want to see that. But you know what? This is close enough. Shout out to Cade for the suggestion of this video. Their link is in the description. And if you want to shout out, or if you just want to let me know what you want to see, let me know that down in the comments. But without further ado, let's get into this rebuild. And there isn't much for me to go over with this team. I mean, you see it, 0 overall team. I moved players around, so I had to lower less stats because I'm lazy. But let's just get straight to the end of the season, and we will see how a 0 overall team does with a 99 overall quarterback. But of course, we do finish the year 0-17. No big surprise there. I didn't think we were going to win a game with a 2 overall team. But actually, Geno Smith wasn't that bad. I mean, you know, this wouldn't be a good year for real life, obviously, but with the team around him, this isn't too bad. I also realized I made him 20 years old, and he still has 10 years of experience, so he's been in the league since he was 10 years old, I guess? But 2,000 yards, 4 touchdowns, only 5 picks, though. That's obviously the lowest amount we've ever had in the first year of a 0 overall rebuild. He also had 1,000 rushing yards. Yeah, that makes sense, actually. I didn't even think of that, though. 6.8 per carry, 1,100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We'll take it, and he was our leading rusher by a lot. Ooh, and Miles Adams was good. Almost 700 yards at tight end. That's really, really, really weird. A 0 overall lineman allows 0 sacks. I could probably make a 99 overall lineman and they would allow like 10, even from right guard. I love this game. We had a lot of tackles, no TFLs, no sacks, no picks. Big surprise. Is there even a point of me checking awards? Like, actually, Geno might be up there for Offensive Player of the Year because of his rushing yards. Let me see. No, but I'm kind of surprised he isn't. Like, I mean, I guess 1,100 rushing yards wouldn't be enough. Maybe if he had like 1,400 or something, he could make it. But yeah, no Seahawks up there for anything. Also, wait, for some reason, Geno Smith, after one game of the preseason, had 5 upgrade points. How many does he have now? 8. That's going to be annoying to look at, but it's kind of cool. It's interesting. But now, let's get into our first offseason. We probably aren't going to do much in free agency, but this draft is huge. This is the most important draft of the rebuild to set a good base for this team. Let me guess. Cowboys Chiefs Super Bowl? Probably. Or Cowboys Ravens? Maybe? Nope. Cowboys Chiefs. Cowboys win 42-24. How did I guess? No way. But here's what we're gonna do in free agency. It's gonna be a lot of mid, basically. I just want to get like, you know, not 0 overall players on the team. So we're just gonna sign a lot of like 26 and younger players. That'll maybe eventually be starters for us or stay as starters, but more than likely these are just pieces so we don't do terribly next year. So it's easier for our good players to develop. So let's see if we can sign these guys. If we don't get all of them, it doesn't really matter. Did we get any of them? Okay, yeah, we got a few. It doesn't really matter who we do and don't get. We can just sign a bunch more at the start of next year. But we get a few rejected us. It is what it is. Let's get to the draft. But here in the draft, we pick at number 1, of course. And there are some really good looking players. I like Stephon Gore. Actually, he's kind of slow. He looks good, but he's probably only like a 79. I'll pass on that. I think we're gonna go with Tyler Porter, who is also slow to be fair, but look at his ratings. His deep route isn't the best, and I do wish his short route was an A, but I mean, A, awareness, spec, catch, medium route, release, catching, catch in traffic. Looks good after the catch, A carrying. I mean, yeah. Kind of weird to go receiver at number 1 overall, but he seems worth it, so we're gonna do it. Okay, I'm a little surprised he doesn't have normal dev, to be honest, but thankfully he doesn't. Thankfully it's hidden. We have like 4 players on the roster. Why is he wearing a number in the 20s? God, receivers wearing like 26 is the ugliest thing I've ever seen. You were the number 1 pick. Have some decency. But here we might go defense. This is the range I like to look for corners or safeties, because this is about where you can find like a top 5 talent still. It's just tough because I don't really have any of them scouted, so I can't really tell who's good. I actually kind of like Justin Medlin, assuming he has a man. I don't know though. And I want to take a lineman, but I really just don't see a good one. Glenn Shelley's interesting. He had 41 bench reps at the combine, but he's listed as a power blocker, and he is C pass block power. That's not great. You know what? Let's just add another receiving option. I kind of like Nick Reed. There is also Nick Young, who's projected to go earlier, but it looks like Reed is a better route runner, and he's a little stronger. Nick Young has better jumping, though, and agility, but whatever. I think they're both good. We'll go with Nick Reed. Hidden dev, 87 speed. We're really adding weapons for Geno Smith here. And then the last pick that I'm going to show, I'll probably take a couple more. Ooh, I want to mention this. Assuming he's still available, I don't know if I'm going to take him yet, but Kevin Gibson. Always look for, I would say, good-looking slot receivers, but on paper, this guy doesn't look insane. I mean, he has 5 F ratings, but he's a first-round talent. He does have a few, you know, elite athletic traits. I'm not going to take him yet, but maybe round 4. But let's see. Last pick, I'll just go with Eric Massey. He looks all right. He's a good pass blocker. That's about it. We'll take him. Hidden dev sounds good. I think this was a pretty amazing first draft. We'll see. Okay, well, we actually did pretty well. Tyler Porter, I was hoping would be a little bit higher of an overall, but he just doesn't really have the speed. But 96 spec catch. Everything else is just good. You know, 86 catch in traffic. That's good. 85 catching. But 96 spec catch is crazy. He's also a really good route runner for a rookie. But like I said, I'm changing the number. We ain't doing that. Number 11, sure. But Nick Reed's okay. 74. I mean, that's not terrible value for the early second. It isn't great, but he's fine. He'll start and he should develop. Eric Massey, 73. That's about exactly what I expected. Good pass blocker. And then we did take Ben Teague. He's a 74. He had hidden dev. And then Kevin Gibson, the steal of the draft for us, 76 overall. And he's the rare slot receiver with hidden dev. 98 acceleration, 95 agility, 95 change direction. You know, whenever I see a receiver that looks like this, I always have to check. Wow, he looks short. What is his overall at receiver or running back? He's an 85 receiving back. You know, this isn't a realistic rebuild. I can really do whatever I want. We'll give him a better running back number than 81. We'll go 21. Yeah, why not? I mean, he could be a really good receiver too, but if he doesn't do well at running back, we'll just move him right back. I actually took every pick in this draft. Wait, was I perfect on hidden dev? Birmingham? Oh no, Birmingham had normal. I thought he had hidden, but Matthew Brooks had hidden. I thought he would be a much better overall. He had A press, B zone. His man's just horrible and he's kind of slow. And then Cedric Sherwood did also have hidden. He's whatever. He might play just because he has a dev trait, but this was a really nice draft. And let's get into year 2. But here's a look at the team heading into the year. Up to an 85 overall, which definitely isn't horrible, but not amazing yet. I don't know how many games we're going to win this year. We very well could win a couple though. With a 99 overall QB, now with a few weapons, and at least a non-zero overall offensive line. I'm sure it's going to perform worse than the 0 overall line did, but whatever. We also signed a few decent undrafted players like, what's this guy's name? Jeremy Barkley at receiver, wearing 22. Why? God. And they all have the ugly loose sleeves too. Absolutely 0 aura. I'm changing that immediately. But yeah, we have a 79 overall offense, which definitely isn't horrible. Our defense is pretty bad though, out of 71, but we do have a lot of hidden devs, or at least 3 of them, and then a couple star devs, which by the way, we picked up Joey Rowe, another undrafted player who has star dev. We'll take it. But yeah, we'll see if we can win like 2 or 3 games this year maybe. I kind of hope we don't do well yet though, because I want the number 1 overall pick again, and then hopefully we can have a good free agent class and be really good by the start of year 3. But anyways, let's get to the midseason point and we will see how the team is looking, or well, how we're doing at least. Okay, well, we are 3-4 at the midseason. Like I said, I was kind of hoping we would be bad, but God, I guess my ultimate fear right now is going like 9-8 and missing the playoffs, and that's almost what we're on pace for. Or like 8 and 9, something around there. That wouldn't be super fun. I hope we either make the playoffs or finish 3 and 14. But we have a few players to re-sign. Nobody really major, so I'll just worry about these. It looks like we have the #1 pass game in the league, which is cool. And our defense is maybe better than it should be. We actually have an alright pass D, which I don't know if we should have that with. It says we have a 76 overall defense. We don't. It's doing the glitch where it just takes our team overall and shows it there. It's probably still like a 72. Yeah, it's a 72. Good guess. Oh god. All the dev traits are just star. I thought Teague could have superstar, but it is what it is. And then on offense, it also kinda sucks. Porter only has star, but at least Reed has superstar, I guess. That is tough to only get 1 superstar out of like 7 hidden dev players. But let's just get to the end of the year and we will see how we finish. But here we are at the end of the year. And super quick, before I reveal how we did in year 2, again, if you haven't already, be sure to leave a like if you want to see another 0 overall rebuild. I have a ton more really chaotic ideas. I just went through and just came up with as many goofy ideas as I could. I just had a whole brainstorm sesh last night. I have like 50 ideas for videos. But yeah, 3,500 likes, and it'll let me know y'all want to see another 0 overall rebuild. And subscribe if you're new, because if you've enjoyed this video so far, you'll enjoy like all of them. I do a lot of stupid stuff. And let me know any fun ideas you have down below, because there's always room for more. And I'll give you a shout out if you care about that. But last thing, actually, question of the day. God, I had one, but I forgot. Let me think. Okay, I got an interesting question of the day. I've been seeing a lot of posts of like the question being asked of, do you think NFL players would be better transitioning to basketball or NBA players transitioning to the NFL? Like who would do better? NFL players in basketball or basketball players in the NFL? I don't know if I'm biased, but I kind of feel like NFL players would do better in basketball, but then again, there are really good NFL players that did play basketball. Like Antonio Gates, Jimmy Graham, it's a lot of tight ends mostly. But I feel like if NBA players came straight to the NFL, they would just get hurt immediately. But that's my question of the day. Let me know that down in the comments. Do you think NFL players would do better in the NBA or NBA players in the NFL? Definitely an interesting one. Plus, I feel like it's easier to play basketball, not to be good at it, but just to take a ball and shoot it into something, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's easier than arranging a whole football team and running into each other. So I feel like more NFL players have basketball experience than NBA players have football experience. I don't know. Just something I was thinking about yesterday because I saw it asked. But anyways, ramble sesh over, and in year number 2, we finished the dreaded 8 and 9, exactly where I didn't want to finish. I mean, I said 9 and 8 or 8 and 9. 9 and 8 would have been worse, but unfortunately, we will not have a good draft pick this year. But at least it shows that we can do well, assuming we get a decent defense on paper. But let's see what happened. Let's go over the season stats. Geno Smith, unsurprisingly, was insane. I don't even need to list out his stats. You see them. Kevin Gibson was all right at running back. Not a great yards per carry average, but 900 yards, 10 touchdowns. We had 3 1,000-yard receivers. Tyler Porter, almost 1,400 yards and 20 touchdowns. 1,113 for Nick Reed, and then 1,000 yards for Amari Little. So thankfully, Tyler Porter should win Offensive Rookie of the Year. I wish he had, superstar dev to begin with, but at least he should get it now. The blocking was insanely good for how bad our O-line is on paper, but I would have been disappointed if it did worse than last year. And then Sherwood led the team with 124 tackles, TFLs, 12 for Birmingham and Cam Sample. Both of those names were hard for me to read. I don't know why. And then sacks, 3.5 for James Houston led the team. I guess that's better than the 0 we had last year, but not great. And then 2 picks for Ambry Thomas led the team, and then 1 for 4 different players. Very good offense, very horrible defense, as it should be, probably. But Geno Smith wins MVP, as we would hope, being a 99 overall across the board. Offensive player, whoa, not even Rookie of the Year. Tyler Porter wins Offensive Player of the Year. Geno at number 4. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Rashawn Gary. Offensive Rookie of the Year obviously goes to Tyler Porter, with Nick Reed at 2, Kevin Gibson at 3, Amari Little at 5, Jeremy Barkley at 9. I mean, that's what'll happen when you have a ton of rookies starting. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Cedric Sherwood, Tevin Birmingham at 2, Joey Rowe at 3, and Matthew Brooks at 10. So our rookies did well, but I'm excited to see what kind of dev traits we get, so let's just get straight into the offseason. And now this team should really start getting good. We're gonna try to sign a decent amount of actual good free agents, hopefully. And in the Super Bowl, we have the 2 purple and purple and gold, purple and yellow teams. The Ravens beat the Vikings 36-35. And of course, we have a lot of upgrades here. Still some 12 overall players stuck on the team, but Tyler Porter gets 4. Really? He didn't get X Factor for winning Offensive Player and Rookie of the Year? I mean, we'll take the superstar, but I feel like he deserved X Factor. We will take the upgrades, though. Now up to an 87-89 with morale. And then Cedric Sherwood gets 3 upgrades. Now up to Superstar Dev also. Now a 76 overall, so we'll take it. Surprisingly, no dev trait for Barkley, though. Having what, like 1,100? Or no, he only had 600. Little had 1,000 yards, though, and didn't get a dev trait. Only went up 2 overall throughout the year. But Reed got X Factor, that's huge. And then I think that's it, but still good. Oh, actually, Akeem Davis-Gaither got Star Dev. We'll definitely re-sign him. But let's see who we want to sign in free agency. We're really going to be looking for defensive players. And it is like the exact same class as always. Joel Bitonio, Tua Tagovailoa, Zadarius Smith, Keenan Allen. We'll see what we can do. But here's what we're going to do in free agency. We're going to go for Joel Bitonio, Zadarius Smith, Keenan Allen, Chuba Hubbard, JOK, Paulson Adebo, and Leonard Williams. We're going for a lot of players. I don't know how many of these guys we're going to get. I'm really hoping we at least get like Joel Bitonio and Zadarius Smith, but I guess Zadarius Smith is older. I don't know. Hopefully we get most of these players is what I'm trying to say. A lot of usual faces in free agency, but I don't really ever go for like Keenan Allen, Chuba Hubbard, JOK. It's definitely some different faces on the team, kinda, if you know what I'm trying to say. So let's see if we can sign these players. That's what I was afraid of. Joel Bitonio doesn't sign. We get 2 out of the ones we were going for. What? That might be the worst free agent screwing we've ever gotten. We had the lead for like half of those players. Zadarius Smith goes to the Bengals. Keenan Allen goes to the Cowboys. JOK goes to the Patriots. Paulson Adebo goes to the Jets. Awesome. That's great. We get, like, the 2 players I wanted the least. Well, no, Leonard Williams is cool, but, like, Chuba Hubbard, I mean, he'll start. We'll move the one guy back to receiver. Joel Bitonio, he's probably not going to sign even if we go player-friendly and have a lead over the Cardinals. Okay, he does. Cool. That was awful. Let me see. We definitely still need to do stuff to this team, so I think we'll dip back into free agency and we'll see. Okay, nope. Pretty much everybody good did get signed. That is unlucky. I guess we could sign Tyrann Mathieu and move him to corner. We could sign Reed Blankenship, I guess. But, like, if we didn't get Paulson Adebo, I was going to go for DJ Reed, but DJ Reed also signed. If DJ Reed signed, I was going to go for Kenny Moore, but he also signed. And Michael Carter. Let's get Jaquan McMillan. We need somebody at corner. We can't roll out with like a 73 overall as our best corner. All right, does he want to sign? Cool, awesome. Let's get to the draft. I'm in pain. All right, well, we pick right in the middle of the first round at 16. I don't even know what we want. There are so many different things we could do here. A lot of the time when I don't know what to do, it's because we don't really need much, but we could do almost anything here. There are a lot of pretty good pass rushers, but nobody that's like worth this pick. All of them are first to second round talents that are good. Let's see, I focus scouted this guy too, but I have no idea how good he is. Probably no better than the other pass rushers. Should I just go with a corner? Should I be boring? Taking a corner feels so lame because they're always way too good in this game. I will say though, this is a weak corner class. I mean, it's still strong, but there isn't like an 82 overall still available by the mid first. But Herb Howard looks good. He's a 3rd to 4th round talent or projection though. I don't know what to do. Let's see. I'm just gonna go with one of the pass rushers, I think, because there isn't really a crazy good looking interior O-lineman. I guess we could go a receiver, but we're fine at receiver. Brian Cofield actually does look pretty decent, but he's another 3rd to 4th round talent. Like, we can wait. So who do we want to go with? I kind of like Amari Whiteside just because he's the youngest 1st to 2nd round talent pass rusher. We do kind of need a speed guy more, but A power moves, A pursuit, A tackle. His combine was interesting. He's not that fast for being only 269 pounds. A 4.81 isn't great, but whatever. We'll take him. Hidden dev, thankfully. 87 strength, 78 speed, 86 excel. We'll take it. And let's go with, which corner do we want to go with? I think Herb Howard, but what's Zach Haskins' speed? Oh, okay, wait. He has 4.34 speed. He does have great speed, but only solid acceleration. I don't love that. I mean, he is B zone, B press. We can assume he is B man because he is a man-to-man corner, but Herb Howard has A man for sure, and at least is listed with good speed. I think think we'll take him. There is also Andrew Riddick, who looks good. Hell, even Artie Richardson, projected UDFA, doesn't look that bad. B-Man, C-Press, C-Zone. Like, there are way too many good corners. But let's go with Herb Howard out of Maryland. Sounds good. Why would he have a dev trait? We've been getting really unlucky with the dev traits. I mean, we got a lot of hidden devs last year, but only one superstar. But let's see, last pick I'm gonna show. Ooh, Mike Coakley is still here. 4.32 speed, a 4.28 at his pro day, great speed, elite excel. The only thing is C to F awareness. That's not great. But A deep route, A to C spec catch, which could be an A. A lot of the deep threat receivers for some reason have really good spec catch. B catching, B release. Probably normal dev, but we'll take him. Okay, he does have hidden. Cool. Looks good. Not the best draft, I don't think, but a decent one. We filled our big needs. Okay, we actually had a decent draft. We did well. 376s and then Dion McFarland, who only has normal dev, but 77 overall, wearing Byron Maxwell's number 41. He's good though. I don't even think I listed him when I was looking over the corners, but I went back through and I was like, oh hey, this guy has really good speed and good man in zone, so I took him. But Whiteside, like I said, 76. I wish either Howard or McFarland had hidden dev, but neither of them do. And then thankfully Coakley does, of course. We have a lot of like pretty good receivers, so I don't know who we're gonna start. Coakley will probably be one of them. We'll see. I made this pick. This guy's horrible. All the draftable centers were gone, and I was like, this guy's fast, but that's it. That's all he's good at. Oh, and Brian Dunbar. The CPU picked him, but he does have hidden dev. I mean, probably won't see the field at all, but whatever. Let's see how the team's looking heading into year 3. We are looking pretty good. Only an 80 overall, which, you know, considering what we started with, this definitely isn't bad. We do have an 84 overall offense, but still only a 76 overall defense. But this year, we're really hoping to get, you know, a lot of development here, and this offseason, we should be able to add a lot of good players here. But it's going to be really interesting to see how this team does. I mean, usually year 3 in rebuilds is kind of the underperformance year, so hopefully that doesn't happen, but we'll see. Our offense, like I said, is looking really good. Hopefully we can get new tackles soon. I don't think we need to get a center, though. I mean, we got the GOAT, Will Clapp, so we're probably fine there. Oh, yeah, and I don't know if I showed this, but I did move Gibson back out to receiver. I mean, he's a good overall at running back, but he was just okay in terms of performance. If Chuba Hubbard does play terribly, though, we could move Gibson back. We'll see. But Chuba Hubbard has been doing really well for other teams. That's why I signed him. But let's get to the midseason point of year 3. Again, I'm not really expecting much in terms of record, but hopefully we can get some good development. Okay, well, we are 5-1. Just a little better than I expected. I thought we would be like 2-5, or I guess we would have to be 2-4 here because we just had our bye week, but we are doing insanely well, and it isn't even really our offense. I mean, we do have 29.5 points per game, but the yards aren't crazy. Our defense is just doing really well. Well, mostly. We only have 6 sacks on the season and only 3 takeaways, but the yards are good, and the points per game are good, so we'll take it. It's probably going to fall off in the second half of the year, though. But yeah, we're doing insanely well. Maybe we just shouldn't upgrade the team in the offseason, because I feel like we're going to do worse. We'll see. But we have some re-signings, you know, based on the fact that we have 6 total sacks, I'm probably not going to re-sign James Houston. Taylor Rapp, honestly, I don't know how much I want anyone back here. It's mostly just like the baseline players we signed a couple years ago. There are a few starters, but nobody too crazy. We'll see at the end of the year. But quick mid-season here. Let's just get to the end of the year and we will see what happens. Oh yeah, and also subscribe to the second channel if you haven't already, link in the description, because I'm going to do a rebuild of literally every team in the NFL. So if you want to see your favorite team rebuilt eventually, I will do it pretty soon on there. I've already done the Packers, Bears, and Vikings, so if you want to see those, again, link in the description. We're going to do the Lions next. We're going through the divisions whenever we hit the like goal on the most recent video. No spoilers, but we've been pretty successful so far on Super Bowl wins. But in year number 3, we finish 15-2. How? I mean, I know we have a 99 overall quarterback, but that's kind of like all we have for the most part. We have a few good players, but it's mostly just superhuman Geno Smith here, and that's mostly it. So apparently, if you want to do well, I don't know, I can't even really say get as good of a quarterback as possible because, you know, you can find lower overall guys that'll do really well. This is just a Madden simulation moment, it feels like, but we'll take it. It feels good to be on the right side of this. But let's check out our season stats. Yeah, I was gonna say we're probably gonna see something insane. 4,800 yards, 50 touchdowns, only 3 picks for Geno Smith. Good lord. Chuba Hubbard, 1,300 yards, 17 touchdowns, 4.5 2.5 per carry. I wish Geno Smith was getting a little more involved in the run game. It looks like he's still been really good when he has scrambled, but I guess, you know, his passing's better. But 2 yards away from 1,500 for Tyler Porter, 21 touchdowns, 1,000 yards for Nick Reed, 17 touchdowns, even 900 for Mike Coakley, 800 for Gibson. Prince Tega Winoga wasn't great, but the rest of the line was really good, including Will Clapp, only one sack allowed. And then Cedric Sherwood led the team with 106 tackles, 16 TFLs for Leonard Williams, 12 for Amari Whiteside as a rookie. Ooh. And then sacks, 12 for Amari Whiteside. So hopefully, I don't even want to say it. I've had too many experiences of being pretty sure that we're going to win a Rookie of the Year award and we get cucked by either a Cowboys player or a division rival. But 10.5 sacks for Leonard Williams, and then that's about it. James Houston with only 2.5. And then picks 2 for Jaquan McMillan, Herb Howard, Dion McFarland, and then 1 for Taylor Rapp. All of our rookies did well. Dion McFarland especially. I mean, two picks, 11 pass deflections. That's really good. I wish those last 2 numbers were flipped around. We had 6,996 total offensive yards. Very mature, by the way. But Geno Smith obviously wins MVP. And Offensive Player of the Year, that's cool. Porter at number 3, Hubbard at 7. Defensive Player of the Year, big shocker, it goes to Micah Parsons. Amari Whiteside at number 8 as a rookie. We get cucked for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Jonathan Mitchell wins it for the Giants. Coakley at 2, but I didn't really expect him to win it, to be fair. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year does go to Amari Whiteside. We almost top 3'd. Drew Henley for the Lions at number 2, but Herb Howard at 3, Dion McFarland at 4. Really, Howard was above McFarland? Why? I mean, I guess he had more tackles, but I would rather have 4 more pass deflections than 10 more tackles. In less snaps, by the way. But definitely a very surprising year. Apparently, if you want to do well in simulation, all you need is a maxed out 99 overall quarterback. Nothing major. Oh, and we have some good upgrades. Nick Reed, Leonard Williams, Eric Massey, we'll take it. But let's see who we're going to be taking on in the divisional. Oh, great. The 11-6 Dallas Cowboys. You know what? I want to see who we lost to this year. It was the 49ers and the Colts. Both of them were close games, but really the Colts? That's interesting. We smoked a lot of teams. I mean, most of our wins were double-digit wins. But we have a first of many scenario here. This team is going to be ridiculous once we get an actual good roster here. At least I'm hoping it'll be. But we'll go play it cool. Y'all know me. I have no idea if we're going to win this game, because it seems like we are maybe beatable, but this feels like one of the most unstoppable teams I've ever had. We also have an upgrade for Kevin Gibson. We'll take it. I can't complain too much if we lose this game, because the Cowboys are an 87 to our 83, but we'll see what happens. But no, we win 28-14. We beat them by 2 scores, and now we are going to be taking on their division rival in the Philadelphia Eagles at 13-4. Also an 87 overall team, but they have a better offense at a 91. But we have a recap for the first of many. Give us those sweet juicy staff points, please and thank you. I still don't think I've ever manually spent a staff point in this game. I realize it's probably not good, whatever. I don't know. I don't care. Oh, and wait, let's check our dev traits. Let's see if we had any better than star hidden devs. Coakley only has star. That's kind of to be expected. Ooh, Dunbar has superstar. I wish I started him. I thought about starting him, but I just thought he would have star. You know what? Let's make a last minute decision. I mean, he probably won't get much playing time, but he might get a little. We'll see. Whiteside only has star, but he did win Defensive Rookie of the Year, so he should get some upgrades. But anyways, let's simulate this game against the Eagles. I see AJ Brown only had 700 yards. Thanks, Madden Simulation. But let's see what happens here. Let's see if we can move on to our first Super Bowl of the rebuild. And we do. We beat the Eagles in a 1-point game, 35-34. We have an upgrade for Cedric Sherwood, and it looks like we are going to be taking on the Houston Texans in the Super Bowl. They're a good team in real life, but I don't ever see them in the Super Bowl in simulation. I don't even know the last time I've seen them in a Super Bowl. It looks like they had a really horrible defense too, but a good offense. It wasn't super good though. I mean, it was good in terms of points, but they only had 2 giveaways? How is that even possible? Okay, that's why they had such a good offense. But we get a ton of upgrades here. 3 for Amari Whiteside, 1 for Tyler Porter, Dion McFarland, Herb Howard, Brian Dunbar. Sounds good. Let's see if we gained any dev traits. I would assume Whiteside did. did. I would hope. I don't know how he wouldn't, but Tyler Porter went up to X Factor. That's huge. I'm kind of surprised Hubbard didn't go up to Superstar, but whatever. But yeah, Whiteside went up to Superstar. McFarland got Star, and I think that's it, but still good. But let's jump in and watch this game simulate against the Texans. Actually, we have a Super Bowl Media Day. This is just the beginning. I mean, we'll still go at least another year, maybe 2, but let's jump in and let's see if we can take down the Houston Texans. But here we go against the Texans in the Super Bowl. Let's simulate this game out and let's see if we can get this former 0 overall team, or I guess 2 overall team, a Super Bowl win. We do score first to make it 7-0. They tie it at 7 in the second quarter. Our offense really isn't doing much. As I say that, we get a touchdown. They kick a field goal to make it 10-14, but we get a touchdown. They do get a touchdown and a 2-point. They kick a field goal to tie it and take the lead in the fourth quarter, but we tie it back. We're driving and we didn't score? Don't tell me it did this shit again, dude. We lose. Let me check the play summary. Did it do the thing where it runs the clock out instead of scoring to win the Super Bowl? Let me see. Yup. I mean, it just cuts off. It doesn't show what the last play was. But instead of kicking a field goal to win the game, the CPU decides, let's just bring it to overtime. Let's not take a win in the Super Bowl. Let's just run the clock out. This is a certified Madden simulation moment. I'm gonna count that as a win. Before re-signings, we're not gonna re-sign anyone, I don't think. Brandon Walton did pretty well, so I guess we will re-sign him, but hopefully we'll, get a higher overall player there. That'll probably play worse, but at least it'll look better on paper. Oh, and Will Clapp, we gotta bring back, of course. But let's get into free agency, and let's really try to make this team ridiculous. Okay, and this is a very good free agent class. Let's see what we can do. We're gonna try to sign just as many players as we can. Okay, well, here's what we're gonna do. It's gonna be a big class. We are gonna go for Penei Sewell, who I don't think we're gonna get, but we might as well try. Charvarius Ward, Zadarius Smith, Michael Dixon, David Bakhtiari, Quincy Williams, Jake Elliott, DeMarcus Lawrence, Blake Cashman, Taylor Rapp, and Ronnie Hickman, who has superstar dev, by the way. Lots of players here. We're really just trying to make this team as good as possible. I mean, why not? We could even... We'll see. I could restructure some deals and make this the final year, but I mean, I don't know how many deals I can even restructure, actually. You know what? I might as well try. Let's go for even more players. Actually, just one more. We're gonna go for Zach Tom, because like I said, I don't think we're gonna get Penei Sewell. And if we don't get Penei Sewell, that'll be like 30-something mil more we have to spend on another player, so we'll just see what happens. Let's see if we can get all these players. Ooh, okay, less than I expected, but we do get Penei Sewell, Charvarius Ward, David Bakhtiari, Quincy Williams, Jake Elliott, DeMarcus Lawrence, Taylor Rapp, and Ronnie Hickman. Is there anyone we didn't get? No, we got everyone. So, let me restructure all those deals. We'll withdraw the Zach Tom deal too. This is gonna be like a 90-something overall team. It's already an 87. I don't really know what else we could even add to this team, honestly. So maybe I shouldn't restructure those. We might as well. Well, no, let's go for, we'll do 5 years here. I really want Zadarius Smith. It just seems like he isn't interested. Actually, that's fine. We have DeMarcus Lawrence and I almost said Driftwood. What the fuck is his last name? I'm so bad with Madden generated player names. What's his last name? Whiteside. Not even close to what I said. We do have him, so we don't really need Zadarius Smith. But if we don't get him, I mean, what do we need? We could get L'Jarius Sneed and move him to safety. I mean, he used to be a safety. Looks like he has 7 offers though, so I don't think we can get him. Maybe. Yeah, we'll try that. Why not? So now this group of players, do they want to sign? We do get Sneed and somebody else. Oh, I meant to withdraw from Zach Tom. Whatever. We'll have really good depth on the O-line. Michael Dixon and Blake Cashman, do you want to sign? No, I don't care. We don't really need either of them. Well, we do need a punter, but it's not hard to find a punter. Let's get to the draft, and honestly, is there even anything we can do in the draft? I guess we'll see. But here we, of course, pick at number 31. I almost skipped to the end of the draft on accident, but I guess it wouldn't have mattered, because I don't know what we're gonna do. They really kept the name Epstein in the game. Did I say that right? Am I okay? Did I say they kept the game Epstein? I don't know what I said. I almost want to take him just because that would be kind of funny, but we don't need another quarterback. I don't know what I want to do here. There's good looking corners. We definitely don't need a corner. What's like our biggest possible need? I guess center, but I don't want to replace Will Clapp. We don't really have a reason to. He's been good. I guess we could though. That's like our one. Oh, I found what I want to do. Ricky Shed. Doesn't look like a top 5 talent. He looks all right. Really? What's so good about it? He must just be a really insane pass blocker. I mean, yeah, we're gonna take him, but that's weird. Why do we have full... Oh, no, we don't. I'm stupid. I need to sleep. I didn't sleep well. I don't know how much I even slept. Ricky Shed, welcome to the team. This dude looks like shit. Did it say top 5 or did it say day 3? Because now I'm questioning. Did I just like misread day 3 as top 5? It wouldn't shock me. All right, what do we want to do here? Michael Poe, 361 pounds of pure muscle, I'm sure. Elite strength, elite acceleration. I don't really want him, but he's interesting. Nah, he's probably good. We actually do kinda need defensive tackle. Not really, but kinda. Let's take him round 3, though. He's a day 3 player, or day 3 projected pick. Ooh, is this one of the... Oh, no, he isn't 5'11". This guy's built like one of the 5'11". Not built like, but he looks like one of the 5'11 power rushers that Madden loves to create. He's got horrible strength, horrible block shedding, but somehow A power moves and A tackle with what's gonna be like 72 strength. I'm not gonna take him yet either. Ooh, Josh Randall, wait. 38 bench reps and 4.87 speed. That's pretty damn good for 3. He's 319 and ran a 4.87. What? Damn. Okay, we might have to take him. I mean, oh, Juan Spellman, a little less impressive, but still a 4.85 at 3.08. That's crazy. They're just athletic freaks out here that are gonna be like terrible overalls, probably. All right, I'm spending too much time on a draft that probably doesn't matter. A 4.73 at 298. They need to like re-overhaul the draft. Just how the drafts work. They need to change something, man. Something's dog. A 4.8 flat at 295. They need to change something with this. I mean, this is like the least of my concerns with what's wrong with this game, but just another thing to add to the pile. There are like 6 athletic freaks available in the late second, and I don't even have the super strong draft classes on, just the pretty good ones. I'm just yapping. Who's good? Dorian Slayton's interesting. Yeah, sure, why not? Hidden Dev, 89 strength, 79 speed, 86 excel at 298. Sure, sounds good. And let's see, I got too distracted. What was I gonna do here with our last pick that I'm gonna show? What was I gonna do? Was it a corner? No, who was I gonna take? I have no idea. Oh yeah, maybe the defensive tackle. I don't know if we need another one now. Let's go with the weird player. Let's go with Kurt Kieran. Sure, awesome, normal dev, but 79 speed, 73 strength. That's just play like linebacker or something at that point. Like, you ain't strong enough unless you need to build muscle. Imagine if he did, though. I mean, he already has A power moves with noodle arms. Imagine if he built strength. You know what I'm saying? Okay, well, here's how he did in the draft. Ricky Shed, I was not mistaken. He was a top 5 talent. I wasn't, well, I was gonna say I wasn't losing my mind, but that would be a lie. He's good, is what I will say. He's an 80 overall. Don't know how. He's just a really good pass blocker, which we wouldn't know. If I looked at him, I would be like, okay, he's good. He's like a 75 overall. But I mean, he had 82 awareness. That's why, again, I will say A pluses at the very least need to be a thing. There needs to be a tier up. I don't know why there isn't, because in real life, you would be able to, you know, separate if, say, something was like an 85 versus an 80 or like a 78 or something. Because I don't know what like 78 pass block power shows up as, but it could be an A. Like, I feel like in real life, you would be able to tell, oh, this is really good pass block power versus, oh, this is like generational pass blocking ability. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would be able to differentiate that. I wish it was a thing. I don't know why it's not a thing. Well, I know why, because EA doesn't care about Madden franchise, because it doesn't directly make them money like Mutt does, but whatever. Dorian Slayton's good. 80 block shedding, 89 strength, 80 tackle, 86 excel. He looks really good. And then Kurt Kieran, what's his name? Kiernan? I don't like that extra N. I wish it was just Kieran, not Kiernan. But yeah, he's one of those usual 5'11 power rushers, but he's 6'1". I saw someone on Twitter find one of these type of players and just be like, what the hell is this, basically? Yeah, welcome to the club. But the CPU did pretty well. Damian Ship, 73 overall. Taylor McDaniels, good blocking tight end, sure. We'll take it. He probably has X factor for some reason. That was a long draft for being like completely pointless. But here's a look at the team heading into year 4. We are looking very split, I guess. We have a 93 overall offense and then only an 84 overall defense, which isn't like horrible, but it is probably one of the worst in the league at this point, so maybe it is. But I mean, on paper, it doesn't look that bad. I mean, we definitely have pieces, so we'll see what happens there. Our offense should hopefully be amazing. I do think we're gonna do 5 years here just for fun, but there isn't really much for me to go over with this team anymore. We do have 20 93 upgrade points for Geno Smith. That's great. God, I need to fix his stamina. Hold on. I keep forgetting to do that. Okay, there we go. But we will see how this team does, especially this offense. I mean, this should realistically be the best offense ever, but we'll see what happens. We'll get to the midseason because I think we're going to do a year 5. So we'll see how we do. Hopefully we're undefeated, but we'll see. Okay, well, we are 6-0. Things aren't going well for the 49ers. They're 2-5. Unlucky for them, but we love to see that here. But yeah, obviously great start to the year. Hopefully we can keep it up. Really, hopefully we can keep it up. We have negative 39 mil in cap. I don't know if we can get out of this. I guess we don't have too many players to re-sign, just Leonard Williams, but we might be able to restructure some deals. We'll see. I hope. But yeah, again, not much for us to go over here. I would re-sign Leonard Williams if we could, but we'll wait till the end of the year. So again, this is again a certified Madden simulation moment. 93 overall offense. We will check one thing. I'll be petty. I'll be annoying here. 93 offense. Where does that rank in the league? Is there anyone even close? Oh yeah, actually the Eagles, they have a 91, but we still have the best by 2 whole overall, and we are only 5th and have the 11th most pass yards per game and 15th for rush yards per game. Awesome. But it is what it is. Let's get to the end of the year and we will see how we finish. Okay, we finish 14-3. Good, but we probably should have been a little better than just 14-3. Now with a 91 overall team. I mean, it isn't like the craziest team I've ever built, but I doubt we even had the best record in the league. I mean, maybe, but no, probably not. It looks like the Chiefs made the playoffs in the AFC at only, didn't get a first round bye at 13-4. No, we did actually have the best record. Okay, that's fair. We'll take it. But let's check out our season stats. Geno Smith, 5,000 yards, 44 touchdowns, only 2 picks, 77 completion percentage. Damn. Chuba Hubbard was really, really good. Tyler Porter, 1,500 yards, 19 touchdowns, 1,400 yards for Nick Reed at tight end. Damn. The blocking was insanely good. Our tackles only allowed a combined 6 sacks. That might be the least I've ever seen from a tackle duo. But Quincy Williams, 116 tackles of the team, 13 TFLs for Lawrence, 10 for Slayton and Williams, and sacks, 14.5 for DeMarcus Lawrence, 8.5 for Leonard Williams, 6.5 for Whiteside, 6 for Slayton as a rookie, and then picks 4 for Ward, 3 for McMillan. What? How many snaps did he play? He played 107 and got 3 picks? That would have been 30 if he played a whole season. I mean, I know that wouldn't have happened, but still. And then 1 pick for Quincy Williams, Ronnie Hickman, and Ben Teague. But Geno Smith, of course, wins another MVP. That's not a big surprise. Michael Penix up here. That's interesting. And JJ McCarthy. But Offensive Player of the Year goes to Bijan. We get cucked there. I guess it doesn't really matter. Geno at 2, Porter at 3, Hubbard at 5, Reed all the way down at 9? That's kind of crazy. But Defensive Player of the Year goes to Aiden Hutchinson, Lawrence at number 4. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to John Taylor for the Cowboys. Big shocker. And Defensive Rookie of the Year does go to Dorian Slayton. That's huge. Because our defense is still kind of an issue. I mean, it actually played really well on paper, but it isn't the best overall still. It isn't terrible, but it isn't great. Also, we're coming off a loss to the Chargers. I didn't even notice that. We lost 34-28 to the Chargers of all teams. So that doesn't exactly bode well for these playoffs, but let's see who we're going to be taking on in the divisional. Ooh, the 8-9 San Francisco 49ers. They somehow made the playoffs at only 8-9, somehow got past the wild card at only 8-9. Let's see, did we sweep them this year? I feel like they're probably one of our losses. That's my guess. And they are. Okay. So are the we got destroyed by the Chiefs, 42-24, and we lost to the Chargers. Okay, I understand losing to the Chiefs because they're still good here, but that's interesting. I mean, they're probably the team that's like most similar to us because they have probably the second best quarterback in the league at this point. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like our team as a whole is much better. Maybe not much better, but better enough to not get beat 42-24. But we'll see what happens here. We have a playoff rival scenario. If we do make the Super Bowl this year, I don't know if I'm going to jump in. We'll see. But I don't know if we're going to make the Super Bowl this year. But we have some upgrades. Anything important? Oh, yeah. Okay. Tyler Porter, Chuba Hubbard, Eric Massey. Ooh, Damian Shipp developed a lot. Does he have a good dev trait? It isn't revealed yet, but it's probably superstar? Maybe. But let's simulate this game against the 49ers and let's see what happens. I don't have much hope, but we'll see. Oh, Oh, well, never mind. We absolutely destroy them 42-14. Okay. As we maybe should. I mean, not that bad, because we were only 3 overall better, but we deserved the win. And we have a recap for the playoff rivals. I never remember what this gives. +5 hit power, +5 staff points. I guess we'll take it. I feel like you would get more morale for beating a rival in the playoffs, but we'll still take it. I almost just simulated over this game without even, like, addressing it. But we're going to be taking on the Minnesota Vikings in the conference championship, which doesn't sound too scary, but they are very good in this game, in simulation a lot of the time. And we did see JJ McCarthy up there for MVP. Again, we have the better roster, better record, and we're at home, but let's see what happens here. Can we move on to back-to-back Super Bowls? And we do not. We lose 30-24 to the Minnesota Vikings. This is a certified Madden simulation moment, but they do win the Super Bowl 21-14 over the Raiders, and let's get into the final year of this rebuild. Of course, Dorian Slayton gets a couple upgrades. We never even checked what his dev trait was, though. I mean, he doesn't have X Factor, but it looks like he does have Superstar now. I would assume he just had Star and got Superstar. Yeah, so we'll take that. And then Nick Reed gets an upgrade. He's been a monster so far. Developed from what, a 74? Now up to a 93 and 97 with morale. That's crazy. We do still have a few players from that first draft. Like, I think Sherwood was in the first draft. He's developed from like a 67 to an 82. So we were able to keep some of those players. Even Porter was, I think, the first draft, and Gibson. I don't know for sure. But anyways, final offseason here. Let's see if we can get out of cap hell. We might have to cut some players too. I don't know if we need to, though. Let's just see who we can restructure or how much money we can get from restructuring. Okay, well, we weren't able to free up that much money. We did get a little bit, but we still have negative about 20 mil. So, oh, wow. Okay, the 5th year for Tyler Porter is 40 mil. I mean, we're not going to get to that point anyway, so it doesn't matter, but still, that's crazy. Yeah, we're not going to be able to re-sign Leonard Williams. I don't think it's worth it to cut anyone, because I don't think we could possibly free up enough money to really do anything. We might be able to break even from cuts, but it would be really, really close. Like, I was thinking about cutting Blake Cashman, because we have a lot of linebackers. Jeremy Barkley, Jaquan McMillan, and, like, Amari Little, but I don't even think that might break even. So we're not going to be able to do anything in free agency here, but we might at the start of next year. We'll see. I might have a plan. But we pick at number 30 this year. For some reason, I was thinking we lost earlier in the playoffs and we would have a little better pick, but it is what it is. I am thinking about trading up here because there is an insane looking receiver, Ladarius Joyner, but we could trade up. You know what? We will. Why not? Who has like pick 19? Let's check that. Can we even trade? Because we have negative cap. It might not let us trade. Oh, that was quick. The Broncos have pick 19. I'm sure they would be super willing to trade with the Seahawks because that always goes well for them. But god damn it. Well, apparently he was good. I probably should have waited. I probably should have skipped to that pick before I traded up. Let's undo that trade with another team. Was that dude's name Devin Witherspoon? No, Stevenson. How did I even... Davion Stevenson. I'm an interesting critter, that's for sure. All right, let's trade back down. I don't want to do this. Well, let me see. Is there anyone good we could take here? I wasn't even really looking. We got the legal name of Charlie Brown here. Charles Brown. Doesn't look that good, but he looks okay. There's so many quarterbacks in drafts by this point in rebuilds. Like, it's just interesting. That's all I'll say. This receiver has more bench press reps than the D lineman we took last year. That's something. I might just simulate this draft out and see what the CPU can do, because I don't know what to do. Ooh, Dwayne Rice. 43 bench reps. We might take him. Either him or I would go like a D lineman, but I don't see a crazy good D lineman, especially not in this range. They're not supposed to go until the 3rd round. So let's trade back to 20-ish and take Dwayne, or 30-ish and take Dwayne Rice. This has been a weird rebuild. This is an interesting strategy. Let's undo our trade. How about that? Let's pretend it never happened. All right, Dwayne Rice, welcome to the team. Hidden dev, 95 strength, 83 excel with only 66 speed. That's interesting. And then round 2, probably the last pick I'm going to take here. Let's go with, is there a good D tackle? Because that's like a pretty major need for us. I think we're going to go with Terry Forbes. The only thing is he doesn't have any A ratings. I mean, he has A hit power and maybe A block shedding, but it could also be a C. But his combine was ridiculous. 483, 39 bench reps at 306 pounds. I just wish he had like an A pass rush move or something. Honestly, Deshaun Beckham could be better. He's pretty much just as strong, a little slower though, but he does have better play rec and tackle. And whatever, we'll go Terry Forbes. Welcome to the team. Hidden Dev, 92 strength, 78 speed. Cool. I might make one more pick. We might take one more defensive tackle just to be safe, but we'll see. But here's how we did in the draft. It was okay. Dwayne Rice was a 76. I thought he would be like an 80-ish. He's all right though. Terry Forbes, only a 74. I also took Lucas Kopp. No dev trait, but 98 strength. He had like 43 bench reps. I think Rice also had like 43 and only had 95 strength, but whatever, close enough, I guess. And then the CPU did something. It took 2 receivers for some reason. Whatever, we'll take it. Let's get into the final year, and hopefully, I want an undefeated season, but I'm not sure how possible that is. We'll see. But here's a look at the team heading into the year. We are a 91 overall. We have almost 30 upgrade points for Geno Smith. I broke him. I'm not holding A right now. Release A. I'm not touching it. There we go. But yeah, Geno Smith would be a 127 overall right now if there was no overall cap, so that's fun. But yeah, y'all have seen the offense. It really isn't different from last year. Really, there isn't much of a difference with this team at all other than, you know, different defensive tackles, I guess. But Slayton's still the same. Just we replaced Leonard Williams with Forbes. We'll see how he does. And then the rest is like pretty much identical. So it's gonna be interesting to see how we do. We're shooting for undefeated, but I have no idea. We very well could miss the playoffs. Like, you never know. So let's just get straight to the end of the year and we will see what happens. But here we are at the end of year number 5. And if you haven't already, again, be sure to like the video if you haven't already. Because again, if we hit 3,500 likes, I will do another 0 overall rebuild. It'll let me know y'all want to see one. Plus, liking the video really helps out the channel. I would appreciate it. It sounds stupid, but it really does. And subscribe for more, because I mean, if you've made it all the way here and you haven't subscribed yet, maybe you don't even realize you're not subscribed, but if you've enjoyed this video so far, like all of my videos are like this, so be sure to subscribe. And again, let me know any fun rebuild ideas y'all have down below, any 0 overall rebuild ideas, or literally whatever goofy idea you can come up with. Let me know that down in the comments. But this is how the team's looking at the end of year 5. We have a 97 overall offense. This might be the best overall offense I've ever had. Pretty sure it is. Geno Smith would be a 130 overall if we could spend those upgrades, but we can't. I don't know if he'll ever regress. You know what I mean? Like, well, first of all, it would be hard for him to lose any overall because he's so maxed out. But even if he does lose an overall, we have 31 upgrade points to, you know, help combat that. He's insane. Also, Forbes at defensive tackle has superstar dev. That's kind of cool. But anyways, in year number 5, we finished 13-4, which is good, but let's check one more time. Where do we rank in terms of overall in the league? I see the Ravens have an 89. We're 3 overall better than them. Same with the 49ers. And, oh, the Chiefs have a 90, so we're 2 overall better than them. We should be the best performing team in the league. We might have been. Let's check. Nope, there's always the Cowboys, of course. I don't know how we haven't won a Super Bowl with this team yet. This is insane. But let's go super quick over the season stats. Geno Smith, very good, very similar year to last year. 5,000 yards, 42 touchdowns, only 2 picks. He was insane, of course. You would maybe even hope for better from a maxed out 99 overall, but I mean, this is really, really insane. It's just you would maybe expect like 60-something passing touchdowns from a player who is literally perfect at everything. But I mean, this is still insane, like I've said. Chuba Hubbard was good. Tyler Porter, almost 1,500 yards, 19 touchdowns. He's had a really similar season for the last 3. Reed was really insane at tight end. Coakley was good. David Bakhtiari wasn't great, but the rest of the line was. Quincy Williams, 114 tackles. TFL's 12 for Whiteside, 11 for Slayton, and sacks. 11 for DeMarcus Lawrence. Only 6.5 for Whiteside was second. 5 for Slayton. And picks, we only had 5. 2 for Warden Hickman and 1 for Quincy Williams. I would change the defensive playbook, but I don't know what to change it to. I mean, our defense isn't as good of an overall as our offense, but it's still like the best defense in the league at an 88. Let's go with, you know, I don't like using the Cowboys playbooks because whenever I use them, they're horrible, but we might try it. I mean, we might as well. But let's check out yearly awards super quick. These don't really matter because we won't get the upgrades for them. Geno doesn't even win MVP as a maxed out 99 overall. That is ridiculous. Overall does not matter in this game. I mean, it does a little bit, but not as much as it should. For offensive player of the year, Geno at 5, Porter at 6, Defensive Player of the Year goes to Rashawn Gary. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Ladarius Joyner for the Giants. And defensive goes to Carl Ellis for the Commanders. I don't know if I could imagine a more boring name. Terry Forbes at number 4. But let's see. I was going to say, let's see who we're taking on in the divisional, but I forgot we're in the wild card. We didn't even get a first round bye. This game is something else. I am very worried for college football 25 or whatever they're calling it, which, by the way, I think it's coming out soon. I don't know. I've seen like pre-orders for it, but I don't know when it's actually going to be released. But when it is, expect videos on it immediately. So turn on notifications if you haven't already, because there's going to be a lot of fun stuff this summer. Even though it's, the NFL offseason and I guess the college offseason. Expect some college football videos. I've never done a college football related video on the channel. At least no like NCAA 14 or whatever. But anyways, enough rambling. I'm just stalling because I don't think we're going to win this game. But let's simulate it out. We have 8 overall on the Rams. We have 12 overall on their offense. We're a 97 to their 85. Let's see what happens here. Okay, we do win. It's closer than it should be. Way closer than it should be. But we do win 31-28, at least. Oh, and we have some good upgrades. Reed, Whiteside, we'll take it. But now we're going to be taking on the team that took us out last year. Didn't we just have the #1 scoring offense? Wait. What's wrong with this game, dude? What the fuck? We had 30.4 points per game on offense, right? And that was second. The Vikings had 30.1 points per game on offense, and that was first. Now, I'm no mathematician here. I'm no genius. But I think 30.4 might be higher than 30.1. Is that crazy to say? Is that... That's awesome. That's really cool. I love that. Am I like having... What I don't know. Let's simulate this game against the Vikings. Okay, we do win. 38-24, thankfully. We have some upgrades. Anything crazy? Dion McFarland will take that, and Terry Forbes. We've been allowing a lot of points throughout the playoffs here. I guess not as many as the regular season, so it's been a touch better, but that might come to an end here because we are going to be taking on the Dallas Cowboys. We did have the better offense, as you would hope, having literally 10 overall difference there, and it wasn't that much better. It was a little better. But let's simulate this game against the Cowboys. I don't have much hope, but I guess I didn't for the last one and we won it, so we'll see what happens. Okay, we do win 28-20. We have an upgrade for Dorian Slayton and Mike Coakley, but we are going to be facing the other broken Madden simulation team in the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, to be fair, in the regular season, it doesn't seem like they're as good anymore. Like, I guess it's just their defense. Like, they only went 10-7 with a 90 overall team, but in the playoffs, they are still very good in simulation. We have a Super Bowl media day, and I actually don't think we're gonna jump in and watch this simulate. It's been acting weird when I've done that lately. We will go, this is everything. I mean, this is the last game of the rebuild. If we don't win this Super Bowl, we don't win a Super Bowl. I mean, we should have a Super Bowl if Madden knew that you should kick a field goal from like the 15-yard line with less than a minute left in the Super Bowl, but for some reason it doesn't know how to do that, I guess. I don't even know. This game shaves years off my life. But let's simulate this game here against the Chiefs, the last game of this rebuild, and let's see if we can get a Super Bowl win. It's not going to be as climactic as if we jump in, but I don't think it's a good idea to jump in. But we do win 34-24. So this, in the final game, is a successful rebuild, thankfully, as it should be. Took us longer than I expected, but we did get a Super Bowl win, thankfully. This was a more stressful challenge than I expected, but at the same time, maybe a more successful one, because I didn't know we would be able to build this good of a team around Geno Smith. Definitely an insane roster on paper. It was even better a second ago, but David Bakhtiari retired. But either way, this team is crazy good. So thank you all so much for watching. You're a real one if you've made it all the way here. And again, pretty soon on the second channel, there's going to be a Lions rebuild coming out, and I have a lot more fun stuff planned here. Like I said earlier, I brainstormed like 50 fun ideas, so we're going to be doing a lot of crazy stuff soon. But thank you all so much for watching. Again, 3,500 likes, and I'll do another 0 overall rebuild. Subscribe for more, and with that, I will see y'all again in the next video. Goodbye.